Zerlina Maxwell. I did a video featuring this woman some time ago. I know it because this is not her first time on my channel, and more than likely, I can't remember what the video was about, but she was likely saying something dumb, and well, here we are again, right? There's a narrative that has been used by certain groups coming out of Iowa, which I think on paper they said Buttigieg won. I'm not sure. It's actually the middle of Trump's State of the Union right now. But the deal is that, yeah, MSNBC and this lady right here say some of the just most ridiculous shit ever. So let's get into it.
The Iowa caucus is essentially the perfect example of systemic racism. 91%.
Word. It's the perfect example of systemic race. Do you know what words mean? Like, seriously. Oh.
Of the voters in Iowa are white. The reason why you see...
Oh, no. 91% in Iowa are... No, you don't say. But the deal is that 100% of the people who should be voting and caucusing are American. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. See, that's the whole thing about the identity thing. It's just it can be trumped, and it's trumped via them being Americans. And if Iowa is the reason it's set up the way it is on purpose. So these places that have smaller populations have a larger say, and that's not a bad thing. That's not a terribly bad thing, as you can see. Well, I mean, it is when you have DNC running stuff, but shoot, man, they got to make their way for corruption one way or the other. And so, it is what it is. But to sit here and be like, oh, it's 91% white, so it's systemic racism, bro. Move to Iowa, okay? Zerlina Maxwell, please move to Iowa if it means so much to you. Like, come on, man. Like, yo, this shit. It's really ridiculous. The lengths that these race hustlers and race vultures really go to drive that divide and drive that wedge, the same wedge that they swear the other side is driving. It's amazing.
Drop in turnout. I'm just speculating here. It could be perhaps that...
No shit, I'm just speculating here. Look at this. That is a lot of crazy in her eyes. Oh my goodness. Like, yo. That is a lot of crazy in this chick eyes, man. Like, we're seeing it right now. Like, this is haunting. Seriously.
Children are not in the cages. So when you're talking about the tangible pain,
oh no, really? Didn't y'all drop that? Like, I mean, when's the last time everybody was when was the last time the media was really bumping the whole the children in cages thing? Like, we've moved on, okay? Seriously. Cause guess what? Like I said, 100% of the people that voted are Americans, and they're worried about their children being hooked on all these drugs, and the state of the world and what's going to be left there for their kids as Americans. What part of the nation is going to be here for them, and they see someone who actually cares about that in President Trump, as opposed to the blue team, who's been like, oh my goodness, they like, such as yourself, Miss Maxwell, who, oh my goodness, they don't see their children in those cages, so they just want to sit there and not care. But it really is like the last tears of the emotional of the emotion, the bottom of the emotional barrel with this lady, where they can't see their children. Like, no, they see the problems that their children are facing, and they want someone to address that. Like, it is really that simple, and it has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with wanting to, raise your family and have your legacy and do what you can to, produce productive citizens. And unfortunately, Miss Maxwell and the folks over at MSNBC, they don't see it the same way, and it sucks for them, because I assume that to be a very empty existence, not really wanting to, you know, lock things down and have any stability, as opposed to doing what they do, which is promote the chaos. And it's sad, really.
Black and brown people are feeling, they feel.
You hear that shit? Black and brown, right? Oh, the black and brown people. And like I say, I really want to, like, it's so weird because just over 30 years of, you know, sit loud, I'm black and I'm proud, and just, you know, rocking so hard just to see, like, all these folks come through and be like, oh yeah, black and brown, it's the exact same thing. By all means, just want to mix all the jambalayas together. I have to relinquish it. It's just like, you know what, sure, whatever you call, I'm a descendant, it is what it is. It's a completely different category other than black, and but you have fun over there, darling. You really enjoy yourself.
Sense of urgency because their kids are being put in cages, right?
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Miss Maxwell here with her crazy ass eyes. She's all about that emotional ploy, and it's like, sweetheart, stop it. Just cut it out, okay? Go find somebody, make a couple kids, and retire in the old age, because this ain't for you. And out here in these information streets, just tossing out hella misinformation, talking about, oh yes, this is systemic racism. Like, come on, out, nah, pass, hard pass. This has nothing to do with racism. It has everything to do with prioritizing our country and our fellow countrymen. And unfortunately, the blue team just isn't about that life, and it's sad. It really does suck. So guys, with that being said, we're going to bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, like this, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. You want to get videos like this every single day. Share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and Like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Like, seriously, it's just more race hustling and race baiting and it's bullshit. And honestly, you'd like to think some folks would be ashamed of themselves, but as we've come to learn over the past few months of doing this, some folks have absolutely no shame. So let me know what you think in the comments, and until the next one.